Hello there, good afternoon, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Katie, and I would love to know if anyone else feels like they don't have a personality sometimes. Maybe this is relatable to you if you've clicked on the video, but I felt like this most of my life. Like I have no hobbies, no interests, no personality traits, no thoughts, no like I'm just someone who's very good at pretending to be a real person whenever I need to. This is an unpleasant feeling, and at times can be distressing when I look at people that I'm like, you're literally just a whole entire person and I am not that. But one of the cool and fun things about life is that you get to change it whenever you want. You're allowed to shift all of the things that are currently true about yourself at any time in your life and change them into things that you would like to be true about yourself. So that's what I've been working on doing, and I will keep working on doing, and because of this I will keep feeling more and more like a real person with a real personality and real things about them. Trying to discover or form my personality, or whatever you want to call this process, has honestly been like my main hobby for the past few years. And so in this video I'm just going to share a few of the things that I've been doing that I've found very helpful. First thing I would highly recommend doing is reading more non-fiction books. So this includes the kind that come from the self-help section, but also just books that are on random topics that I think might be interesting. The self-help books have been so helpful, or should I say self-helpful, in so many different ways. And I've learned so much about the importance of changing thought patterns and habits. Basically, a lot of it comes down to the fact that the person that you are is dependent on the things that you do and think consistently, because this is what creates the identity that you have of yourself. So shifting the identity that I have of myself has been the biggest step in feeling like I do have a personality. Because no matter what else I do, if I continue to identify as someone with no personality who is boring, then my brain will be making no attempt to prove me wrong by instead deciding that I am someone who has a personality. Even though I didn't even slightly believe this at first, my thoughts and my actions have started shifting more towards this identity to match up with this self-perception. Because our brains hate being wrong. Going along with this idea of identity shifting is changing your habits. This is so important. So doing things that you feel like someone with a personality would do. Do they get dressed and go outside every day? Do they talk to strangers on the bus? Do they read a lot of books? I have a whole video on 50 different habits that you can try, so I'll link that video around places for you to watch. Another thing that I've been doing is finding out what subjects and ideas I'm interested in. So there are a few different ways that I've been doing this. One of them is I just go to the library, walk down a random aisle, and pick out a book that looks interesting on a topic that I don't know anything about. If I start the book and realize that I do not care, then that's fine. I can just go and get another book. There are so many books in the library. There's like a bazillion topics out there. Everyone's going to be able to find something that they find interesting. So keep track of the things that you do read and find interesting, and also note down what it is about them that you find so interesting, because this can be really helpful in finding other related things that you might also think are interesting. And then you'll have this like spider web of topics that you're interested in. Also, something that I find so fun about this, I can't remember exactly what it is, but apparently if you read I think 3 books on any given topic, you have more knowledge about that topic than like 90% of the world. This is so cool to me. I'm gonna read 3 books on every single topic in the world. Also keep track of things in your general life that you find interesting, because these can be great starting points to find topics that you're interested in. So I note down when I really enjoy a movie or a TV show or a topic at uni or just something a friend said to me. Literally I just write down anything that makes me say, whoa, that's pretty cool. Hello, by the way, one fact about my personality is that I really love when people leave comments on my videos. So please right now go and tell me something really interesting in the comments, and I'll be so happy about it. Also subscribe. Half of you watching most of my videos aren't subscribed. The button's right there. Please just go and subscribe, please. My next tip on becoming a person is to just expose yourself to more ideas and situations. While reading a lot of books is great, it's also such a good idea to put yourself in situations where you might encounter something that you might not find in a library. I'm actually going to read a whole quote from a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, because she put this really well and better than I ever could. Her name is Angela Duckworth. And she said, interests are triggered by interactions with the outside world. The process of interest discovery can be messy, serendipitous, and inefficient. This is because you can't really predict with certainty what will capture your attention and what won't. And I just thought that was a fantastic little quote. She is so right. Go places, meet people, join a club, go to seminars, wander around a forest. The list goes on. Put yourself into a situation. On a similar note, talk to more people. Ask them about what they're interested in. Share the things that you've discovered you're interested in. Maybe join in a little hobby that they have. One of my favourite things that I've been doing recently with a friend of mine is that we've been sending little voice memos to each other about the things that we're learning. So they get to learn about all of my interesting psychology things, and I get to hear about like all of the fun astrology stuff that they're learning about. Also, an extra free bonus of this is that it helps consolidate what you're learning in your head if you're teaching it to someone else, because you have to figure out how to explain it in a way that someone else understands. So you get to retain things and you get to share things, and it's just nice. Another fun thing I've been doing with people is to notice personality traits that I really admire in them, and then I steal them. No, I'm kidding. Please don't steal anyone's personality. But also, if you do realize that a specific trait is something that you really love in a lot of people, then maybe that might be a trait that you also would love to see more of in yourself. And if you can find a way to be more of that, then that's great. The last tip that I have is to journal more. Try free writing, which is basically when you just write down every thought that you're having as you're having it. I've been trying to do it every day, and you notice so many things about yourself and about your thought patterns when it's all right there in front of you on paper. Also, journal about the things that you're learning and discovering while you do this. Things you notice, things that feel good or fun or uncomfortable. Write it all down, because you honestly notice so much more when it's not a jumbled mess inside your head. Okay, that's all I have to say today. After filming, I feel like this video might be really hard to follow because I've just been talking. So basically how I would summarize it is be more curious, try new things, shift your beliefs about yourself, journal more, read more books, talk to more people, try more things, and just put yourself in situations where you might find things that interest you. Also, last piece of advice is don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Okay, love you, bye.